Hi there, I am Tanya. This is my husband Nathan. We'll be doing a physical assessment for the musculoskeletal and neuro systems. So I've already done the past medical history, so I know that Nathan is alert and oriented. His mental status is intact. So next we would start with the cranial nerves. So for cranial nerve number 1, I'm going to have you smell something. So I'll just have you close your eyes and block one nostril. Occlude one there, and tell me what you can smell.
Vanilla.
Yes, okay, you can open your eyes. And then I'll hand you, so this is newspaper print, I'll just have you read some of the fine print.
The Monadnock Shopper News.
Okay. Good. And Nathan, now I'll have you take your glasses off, and I know we've already done a lot of these assessments with the head, but I'm just going to check your pupillary response to make sure your cranial nerves are intact. So I'll have you stare straight ahead, and then I'm going to shine a bright light near your eyes. Good. Good. So continue looking off in the distance, and then I want you to focus on my finger and follow it in. Good. Continue to follow my finger. Perfect. All right, Nathan, you can put your glasses back on, and I'll have you stand at the same height as me, and we're going to cover the same eye, and then I want you to look directly at me, but you're looking in your peripheral vision for when you see my fingers moving, okay? Okay. So tell me when you see my fingers moving.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. Yep.
Good. Okay. So your peripheral vision is intact to do both eyes, obviously. You can have a seat. So now I'm going to check your cranial nerve number 5. So I'm just going to have you clench your jaw. Good. And clench again. Good. And then I'll have you open your mouth and say ah. Perfect. So generally you would also elicit a gag reflex at this point, but I just noticed that the tongue movement and the uvula on observation is symmetrical movements. So I will have you smile and stick your tongue out, puff your cheeks, and raise your eyebrows. Good. So facial movements are intact and symmetrical. Now I'm going to do a whisper test. So I'll just say 3 words, and I'll just have you repeat them back to me. But first I'll have you block your right ear.
Car, cat, house.
Perfect. So you can hear with the whisper test. Next we'll use the tuning fork, and we have done this assessment before. This is the Renee test. So I'll just activate the tuning fork, put it behind your mastoid. You can tell me when you no longer hear it. Then I'll move it in front of your ear, and you tell me when you no longer hear. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So loud.
Can't hear it.
Okay. So the activation of the tuning fork was a little excessive. Generally, your air conduction is better than your bone conduction, but we've already done this exam, so you have an idea of what we're doing there. Next we'll do, I'll just assess if you can shrug your shoulders against my hands, good. And I'll have you push against resistance for your neck movements, good. And I'll have you look down, chin to shoulder, good. And the other way, good. Okay, so Nathan, now I'm just going to assess your gait. So I'll have you stand, and I'm just going to observe how you walk. So I'll have you take a step to the back of the couch and then turn and face me. Good. Okay, this time when you walk towards me, I'm going to have you walk heel to toe. So go ahead and take your time. Good. Excellent. And when you get up next to the chair, I'll just have you bend at your knees and kind of squat. Good. And when you come up now, stand on one foot. Good. So your balance is intact. You can have a seat. I'm sorry, I'll see, yeah, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna do the pronator drift assessment. I'll have you stand with your eyes closed and your arms out in front of you. I'm just gonna have you stand like this for 30 seconds. So you can close your eyes and we'll see if there's any reaction and one of your arms drifts away from the other. So good, you have no drift there. You can open your eyes for a second and I'll have you put your arms at your side. And now I'm just going to have you close your eyes again and stand in this position. And then I'll just monitor to make sure you don't get off balance. And this is the Romberg exam. Okay, that's good. So you can have a seat now. Next, I'm going to do a fingertip test. So I'll have you put your finger on your nose. And I'm going to put my finger out and I'll have you just tap my finger with your finger. Good. Now do this. Continue to go nose to finger. Good. Now close your eyes and continue this movement. Good. You can open and continue. Good. Okay. And I'm going to do just assess for the carpal tunnel sensation. Make sure I'll have you put the backs of your hands together. Good. And just kind of keep them straight. And if there was a positive exam for carpal tunnel, you'd start to feel some tingling, numbness, discomfort. Do you feel any of those sensations? Okay, you can put your hands down. Now I'll just assess for your skin dermatose. So I'm going to do sharp and dull sensation. Just in various areas, I'll just do the exposed skin of your arms, neck, and face. But first I'll show you what sharp feels like and dull, and then I'll have you close your eyes and tell me which side we're using, okay? So this is sharp, and this is dull. Okay, feel the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can close your eyes and tell me if I'm using the sharp or dull sensation.
Sharp.
Good.
Dull.
Good.
Sharp.
Good.
Sharp.
Good.
Dull.
Okay, excellent. Next, I'm just going to assess some of your deep tendon reflexes, which we've kind of gone over already just in practice. It's kind of been difficult in this chair to assess some of the larger deep tendons, but I'll just show what I would do to assess those. So I would start with the biceps tendon, and then you want to relax, and you can find the tendon just by moving the arm. Good. So this one I would cover with my finger and then use the point end of the reflex hammer and just see if we can elicit the reflex. Good. Then we would do the brachioradialis, which we did have a little bit more of a difficult time finding. And I would continue to use my finger to do this, and I would be assessing on both sides. And I would assess your triceps reaction. So as long as this is comfortable for his shoulder, I would have him just kind of give all the weight of your arm to me. Good. And I would use the wide end of the reflex hammer on this one, because I'm not going to use my finger to cushion any of this. And then I would do a patellar response, but since his feet are on the floor, it was hard to assess this. So ideally he would not be resting against the back of the chair or on the floor. And then this is an easier tendon to feel. And you would just, you can use the wide part of the hammer, and it's usually a larger response. And you can also do the Achilles, which you would kind of flex the foot, put the foot in a flexed position, and then use the wide part as well. And we can do the plantar response to see the reaction to stimulating the nerves here. You would just go up the side of the foot to the pad, and then ideally, instead of fanning the toes, you would close and move away. And that's the assessment.